Hey, Keller Williams, it's Paul with KWU.
And I'm Ian, the Compliance Product Manager.
And today we're going to learn how to review, reject, and approve submitted compliance checklists in Command.
Awesome. So the first step always is to log into Command and go from there. So I've already logged into Command, agents.kw.com, and now I want to find where all my compliance requests are. So Paul, can you walk me through that?
Yes. So if you have the proper leadership roles, MCA, Assistant MCA, or Compliance Coordinator, you're going to see Command MC at the top of the page. This is your version of Command for everything leadership. So once we click on Command MC, today we're going to focus in on the Opportunities applet for leadership.
Awesome. So this is where all the agents have submitted their opportunities, but I think it's beyond that. I think what we're looking at is all of the opportunities specifically. So we have every opportunity that belongs to that market center over here in that Opportunities tab. Commission requests, which have to do with actually getting paid and all those offers, which we're not going to cover in this video, but going over to compliance requests, and the agent has submitted this for review. So how do I go about finding the right opportunity?
There's a couple ways you can go about it. So first of all, we have some filters on the left side of the page. So you can really, by default, it's really focused in on, what's been submitted, resubmitted, or changed. So that's automatically checked, but you can always check the open, returned, or approved filters depending on what you're looking for. You can also filter this down by opportunity type as well. Now, at the top of this list, we have a search. So you can use this dropdown and you can search by address, opportunity name, opportunity ID. There's several ways you can actually search for these opportunities specifically. Finally, we have some sorting that we can work with here. By default, it's going to be the submission soonest sorting, which is these are the oldest submissions that have been made by agents. You can also use this dropdown, and again, we can sort by opportunity name, what's been submitted, most recently. The closing dates, are really important, or you can organize this by DA number as well.
Yeah, so it seems like we have a lot of options to find the right transaction that needs to be reviewed. This is across all the opportunity types. So depending on how you're organized, you might want to select or deselect some of those and understand, hey, what's the most recent that's come my way? What's the latest that's been submitted?
Yep.
So I see this opportunity that we did some work on in another video. Let's click into this and understand how we go about reviewing an opportunity for completeness.
Yep, let's just click review. It's going to open up the documents tab of this opportunity, and we can see all of the documents that have been added and submitted here.
Perfect. I see they're all in that uploaded status. Nothing's been graded at all on this. How would I go about reviewing this for completeness?
So you can do this in a couple ways. If you wanted to do it document by document, you can actually click on one item. It's going to bring up the approval screen here where you can see exactly what's been filled out. You can take a look at it, and depending on what you see, you can either approve or reject this document. In this case, let's go ahead and approve it.
Sounds good to me. Everything looks like it's available on this checklist.
Now, the other way you can do this is with a bigger picture view of this. So at the top right of the checklist, we can click the review button. Now, we have some options. We can see all documents or the newest documents. If this is the first time you're reviewing a checklist, probably go with all documents. But if maybe they replace some stuff and this is a resubmission, you can just show only the new documents, and that'll show only the updated.
Okay, perfect. Let's go with new documents, and we'll see up on the top left corner under listing extension, we have 1 out of 11. This was a 12 document checklist. That first document was already in the approved state, so it's not on the list anymore. So let's go through and do some of the viewing and organizing within this document.
Absolutely. So one of the things you can do is we have our search. So you can do keyword searches here. If we wanted to focus in on the word cash, you're going to see that when we type that in, it highlights that word in the entire document where we can see it.
Awesome. Now, if this document is small or misshapen of some type, how would I get a little bit more clarity on what's going on in this document?
Yes. So we can use our plus sign and we can really zoom into this thing. That gives us an easier way to view it. And then you can obviously click the subtraction, if you wanted to get a higher level view of what this document looks like.
Awesome. And then, what's this final navigation?
Yeah, if you click this little cross arrow icon here, this gives you your options of, you can zoom, you can actual size it, you can really go full page width on it. And then the last option is page fit.
Awesome. So that's helping me view this individual document. I can organize this individual document, see where those data points are that I'm looking for if I want to search for it, if I need to interact with it, zoom in, zoom out. I can do all of those functions on the left side. Is this document good or bad? Do you want to approve or reject it?
Actually, we're going to reject this document.
Okay,
now,
perfect.
Anytime you reject a document, we click reject. You have to give a reason. So this is going to be a note that the agent is going to see so they know exactly what they need to fix. In this case, we have a missing signature on line 2.
I know there's been a little bit of confusion on this feature specifically against another messaging feature that we have, and that's folder level messaging. So this rejection stays in that document and will not notify the agent until you flip that transaction back to them.
Yes.
So just a point of clarity on the rejection, this stays per document and will let the agent know when they're looking at that document what's really missing or what needs to be changed.
Absolutely. And we'll take a look at what that looks like here in just a second.
Perfect.
So we click reject document, and now it's going to take us to, we can now go to the next document.
Okay, so either we approve the document, we reject the document. It's no longer a new document, so the document count goes down. Mm-hmm. We're able to understand where we are, how many we have left, and basically what's left to do in that transaction.
That's right. We're going to get this document checklist down to 0, basically.
I think that's a good goal.
So we're just going to go through and let's just approve all of these other documents. Notice our count at the top of the page is being lowered every time we approve. We also have this this drop down here that we can open up, and it shows you all of the documents that are left, and you can actually click through them in this way. Keep in mind, we also have some arrows on either side of the page that help us navigate through these documents.
Yeah, I think that's a very kind of little known feature that should be getting a little bit more attention. Is you can navigate between your documents down here and understanding where you are on the checklist, or you can go document by document, or if your checklist is set up in the right order, that's the way you want to breeze through it.
Absolutely. So with that, was there anything you wanted to add there?
No. I think let's keep approving or rejecting these documents and basically see what's left on our checklist at the end of it.
And now that we're approving this entire list, all we have left is the one document. You notice that our drop down went away up here, and we can approve the final document.
Awesome. So we have 12 out of 12 documents uploaded. One has been rejected. How do I go about letting my agent know that they have some work to do on this?
Yeah. So first of all, remember that rejection reason that we put in. This is what they're going to see on their end as well, but they're going to be able to see that there's a rejection reason, hover over it, and see exactly what you typed in there. Now, what happens if there's a missing document?
Yeah, that's a good point. So on a missing document, there is a feature that's coming up a little bit later on that will be flagging a document missing. It's something that's conditionally required, and you know that the house has been built before 1978, so you're going to say, hey, this is missing to you. Another way would be to add a custom item, or you can send a message directly to the agent and say, hey, I need you to add this item.
That's right. So you can click add comment, and you can say, hey, we have a missing document.
Okay, so you typed out missing document, and this is a message. How do we make sure that the agent gets that message?
That's right. The only way to send a notification to the agent that they'll get on Kelly and in the command notification area is we need to put an @ sign in here. This is then going to give us the option to choose one of the agents that's assigned to the opportunity itself, and we can go ahead and just tag them. Now, once we hit add reply, it starts this whole comment chain where they can reply to us, we can reply back, but because we use the @ mention, it is going to send them a notification.
Awesome. So I think the main thing to understand there is, one, in order to send a notification to the bell, you need to @ mention. Number two is when you type in that @ symbol, and that's what I mean by folder messaging, by @ mentioning. When you type in that @ symbol, that will pull up all of the correct people with the transaction. So on the agent side, that is any agent or assignee on that opportunity. And on the MCA side, it is any member of the market center. Mm-hmm. So this is Ian's transaction. I want to make sure that I'm leaving the main comment for Ian and just going to say, hey, Ian, we need the individual disclosure form. So I'll add that @ message and just close it over here. What Paul showed was that we can get to that channel directly with this little icon saying, hey, there's messaging that's going on within this whole opportunity. So file rejections, document rejections are at the document level, and then things that apply across that whole checklist or folder occur through this add a comment or easy navigation right there.
Absolutely.
So we've added in all this information. Now, for the agent to actually work on it again, what do we need to do?
So the last step here is we have gone through each document and either approved or rejected, but we have a status dropdown at the top of the entire checklist. So in this case, we rejected one document, so now we have to change it to the returned status.
Perfect. I noticed there was a little splash on the top saying you've changed something, and then the most notable change was over on that left-hand side next to the listed folder. It changed to a red returned file. So it wouldn't show up on our compliance requests page earlier because it wasn't in the submitted, resubmitted stage status. So now it's returned. It's back in the hands of the agent. And is there really anything else that we need to know on this?
I think that about does it.
Yeah, so training articles wise on this, I think the best way to find more information is always that little question mark on top and Keller Williams University.
And just use the search. For more information on command, check out the videos right over here. Thank you very much.